My mum handed me a roll and butter at Christmas dinner and said, "There's your plate for tonight." I looked around the table filled with golden turkey stuffing and pies. Everyone else had full plates. What my family didn't know was that I'd been planning something special myself. Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm 28 years old. I work as a marketing coordinator at a non-profit, living in a small apartment while helping support my aging parents financially. Despite being the most reliable family member, I'm always treated as the practical one who doesn't need special attention. I wasn't the golden child like my sister Rachel or the baby everyone babied like my brother Mike. I was just Emma. The one who paid for Dad's medications when money got tight, who drove Mum to appointments, who never complained that I had something they didn't expect, a backbone they'd never seen. If you've ever been the forgotten middle child at family gatherings, drop your location in the comments right now and tell me if this sounds familiar. I read every single one, but let me back up to where this Christmas disaster really began. It was December 20th when my neighbour Mrs. Chen knocked on my door. She had this uncomfortable look on her face, like she didn't want to tell me what she was about to say. "Emma, honey, I saw your family loading cars with catering trays yesterday. Are you not going to Rachel's Christmas Eve party?" My stomach dropped. "What party?" Mrs. Chen's face went pale. "Oh no, they had a professional photographer and everything. I just assumed." I felt the blood drain from my face. My own family had planned an elaborate Christmas Eve celebration without inviting me. That evening, I called Rachel directly. "Oh, Emma," Rachel's voice dripped with fake sweetness, "we thought you'd be too busy with your little charity work to join us for real Christmas." "Real Christmas? What does that mean?" "You know, honey, Mum said your apartment is, well, you know, and Dad said someone needs to be practical about expenses." The knife twisted deeper. They were using my own money to fund their perfect family gathering while excluding me from it. Here's where it gets worse. When I checked my credit card statement online, I found a $400 charge to Holiday Catering Solutions. They'd used my emergency credit card, the one they borrowed for Dad's medical bills, to pay for their celebration. But the real shock came when Mrs. Chen mentioned something else. They were loading such beautiful wrapped gifts into the cars. Those silver and gold packages looked so expensive. My hands started shaking. Those were gifts I had purchased and wrapped weeks earlier. I'd spent 3 weekends shopping, carefully picking out presents for everyone. I thought we were doing a family gift exchange. Instead, they took my gifts to their private party and left me with a dinner roll. The next morning, I woke up to social media notifications. Rachel had posted a dozen photos from their perfect family Christmas Eve. The caption read, "So grateful to spend the holidays with only the people who really matter. Family is everything." There, in the background of every photo, were my carefully wrapped presents, my silver and gold paper, my handwritten gift tags. But I'd been completely erased from the story. I screenshot every single post. 2 hours later, my phone rang. It was Mike. "Hey Emma, can you Venmo me like $300? My car broke down and I need emergency repairs." While he was talking, I watched his Instagram story update in real time. There he was, at Rachel's house, wearing the expensive watch I'd bought him for Christmas, laughing with the family, eating the catered food my credit card paid for. "Mike, you're literally posting from Rachel's party right now." "Oh, that. Yeah, well, emergencies happen, you know. Can you send the money or not?" I hung up. Christmas morning arrived with the smell of coffee from my tiny machine and the silence of my empty apartment. No calls, no texts, no Merry Christmas, Emma. Until 11 a.m. Mum called. "Emma, sweetie, can you run to the grocery store? We need ingredients for our second Christmas dinner tonight. You're so good at that practical stuff, and everyone else is tired from celebrating. You want me to buy groceries for another dinner I'm not invited to? Don't be dramatic. We're just having a quiet family meal." The family that doesn't include me? You know you're always welcome, but you choose to be difficult. I hung up and stared at my small Christmas tree. For the first time in years, there was no stress, no demands, no walking on eggshells, just peace. That's when I realized I'd been documenting everything without even knowing it. The credit card charges, the social media posts, the phone calls. I was seeing a pattern I'd been blind to for years. What they didn't know was that over the past 6 months, I'd been working with a local news station on a human interest story about young people supporting aging parents during the holidays. The reporter, Jessica Martinez, had been asking for real examples of family dynamics, how adult children balance their own lives with caring for parents, the financial strain, the emotional cost. They thought I'd stay quiet and keep paying, but I wasn't done documenting. I'd been tracking every expense for the story, how I covered my parents' mortgage payments, medical bills and daily expenses while being treated as an afterthought. Jessica had all the receipts. Plus, there was something else my family didn't know. I'd been promoted to communications director at the nonprofit 3 months ago. A 40% salary increase and recognition for my work organizing community outreach programs. But they never asked about my life, so they never found out. The week between Christmas and New Year's, my colleague Maya stopped by my apartment. Maya used to work as an investigative journalist before joining the nonprofit. Emma, what your family is doing isn't just cruel, it's financial abuse. You have documentation of unauthorized credit card use, evidence of financial exploitation, and witnesses. That's when Mrs. Chen knocked on my door again. Emma, I've been thinking about what I witnessed. If you ever need someone to speak up about how your family treats you, I'm here. What I saw wasn't right. Maya looked at me seriously. We could expose this. Financial elder abuse goes both ways. Adult children can be victims too. Meanwhile, my family's confidence was growing. Rachel called asking me to cover their New Year's Eve dinner reservations. We found this amazing restaurant, but they want a $500 deposit per table. You know we're tight right now. What about me? Am I invited to this dinner? Emma, you always make everything about you. Can you cover it or not? Then she asked me to pet sit her cats during their family ski trip to Vermont. Another vacation I wasn't invited to join, but expected to support. I quietly changed all my credit card numbers. I documented every financial transaction from the past year. Maya helped me track down official records showing I'd essentially been supporting the household while being excluded from family events. Jessica, from the news station, was fascinated by the story. This is exactly the kind of family dynamic we need to highlight. The invisible adult children who provide financial support but receive no recognition or inclusion. The family planned their biggest gathering yet for New Year's Eve, a family appreciation dinner where they planned to toast the people who really matter. I overheard Rachel on the phone with Mike. Emma probably thinks she's invited. Should we tell her? Nah, let her figure it out. She always does. They laughed. That's when I knew it was time. December 30th, 6 p.m. Jessica's story aired on Channel 7 News. Tonight, we examine financial elder abuse within families, but not the kind you might expect. Meet Emma, a 28-year-old non-profit worker who's been financially supporting her family while being systematically excluded from family gatherings. The story showed my credit card statements, screenshots of social media posts, video of Mrs. Chen explaining what she witnessed. I watched this young woman's family take catering deliveries, expensive gifts, and professional photos for a Christmas celebration. Emma wasn't there, but her money paid for it all. My phone exploded. Rachel called first, screaming, "How could you embarrass us on television? The same way you embarrassed me on social media, by telling the truth." Dad called next. "We never asked you to pay for those things." "Check your credit card statements, Dad. My name is on every charge you made without permission." Mom tried a different approach. "Emma, we can work this out as a family." "We haven't been a family in years. I've been a bank account with legs." The story went viral locally. Their friends started asking uncomfortable questions. Rachel's perfect social media image cracked when people commented asking why her sister wasn't in any family photos. Mike broke first. He showed up at my apartment crying. "Emma, I'm sorry. We've been using you as a bank while treating you like an outsider. I know that's not right." "When did you know it wasn't right, Mike? When you asked for car repair money while wearing the watch I bought you?" "I didn't think. We just got used to you always being there, but never actually being there." The next day, I requested a meeting with my parents, not to reconcile, but to present them with documents Maya had helped me prepare. A cease and desist letter regarding unauthorized use of my credit cards, a formal bill for $3,200 in unauthorized charges, and a boundary contract outlining the terms under which we might have future contact. "You can't be serious," Mum said. "I'm deadly serious. You used my credit without permission. That's fraud. You excluded me from family events while expecting me to fund them. That's abuse." Dad looked stunned. "We raised you better than this." "You raised me to be useful. There's a difference." New Year's Eve arrived differently than planned. Instead of eating alone or watching my family's social media celebrations, I attended the non-profit's annual gala. When they announced the Community Service Awards, my name was called Emma Phoenix for outstanding dedication to family support services and financial literacy education. The room erupted in applause, a standing ovation from 200 people who appreciated my work and contributions, something my family never acknowledged. My phone showed 47 missed calls from family members. Their friends had seen the news story. Questions were being asked about treating their daughter like a personal ATM, but I didn't feel angry anymore. Sitting in that ballroom, surrounded by people who valued me for who I am, not what I could provide, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Peace. For once, their silence didn't hurt me. It freed me. I finally understood that being needed and being valued are two completely different things. They lost their bank account that day, and I gained my self-respect. The next morning, Maya texted me a photo from her social media timeline. Rachel had posted a New Year's Day message. 2024 is about appreciating the people who really matter in your life. The comments section was brutal. Like your sister who's been supporting your parents. Where's Emma in all your family photos? Saw the news story. Maybe appreciate the daughter who pays your bills. Rachel disabled comments and made her account private. But I was done watching their social media, done checking if I was included, done waiting for their approval. Because I finally learned the difference between being family and being treated like family. Has your family ever made you feel like you're only good for what you can give them? Share your story in the comments below. You deserve to be heard, not just used. Where are you watching from? Drop your location and let me know if you've ever had to choose between being treated right and being treated like family. Hit that subscribe button if you believe everyone deserves a family that celebrates them, not just their wallet. Right now, you can see 2 more videos on your screen. Don't miss them. Both carry stories that will stay with you.